Um, Welcome. My name is Daniel Agnew. I'm a teddy bear and toy specialist. This is Hilary Pawley, who's a teddy bear collector, and today we're going to look at some of my collection of bears and toys. And we're going to start with a few interesting and unusual English teddy bears.
If I left a hold of mine, he's sadly, it's a little bit floppy.
So all these bears that we have here are from 1938, and these two in the middle are by Merrythought, and they're Teddy Doofings. And so mine's a pink one and yours is a brown example, and they're rather strange creatures, do you not think?
And I learnt that they're called Teddy Doofings because they do things.
Exactly. So they have sort of finger joints that move and mouth joints that move, and they were meant to be poseable in all different positions, although they're not so poseable now. They're quite floppy really, but you know, presumably they were expensive to make, not terribly attractive, and so now very rare. So
I think that's quite generous, not terribly attractive.
So yes, well, I quite like them. I think their eyes are nice. Can you see their eyes? They're lovely, deep, shiny eyes. But yes, they do look slightly drunk.
They're a little Sunday morning, aren't they?
Yes. They've had a night out in the town. But so I think from what I can gather, they were generally a brown colour like this. So this is the standard colour, but they have been, no offence, but they were made in unusual colours like the pink and the green, sort of turquoisey green, and that's rare. But you can't really see he's pink still. But if you look in his joints there, you can see that he's quite a bright pink. And you've got your label on your foot. You've got where mine was.
And I have got another label here.
I don't have that label.
Which says patented. Is that at, do you think?
Yes, it only got half of it. It says patented.
Is it
at.
Is it patent or patent?
Oh, I don't know. You're the school teacher.
There's only one
You'll
T,
have to-
so as far as I'm concerned, it's patent.
Okay.
Patent, then there's an A, which is, I don't know, and then patent's pending. So
Yes.
there's about 3-4 letters missing.
So presumably that's probably earlier than mine, because mine doesn't have that. But mine does have the string where the paper tag would have been attached originally.
Where's he? Right, I can't even see the mark of where mine used to be.
No, but then so the mouth opens as well. I don't know if we did that with a little jaw like that, and the tongue's poseable. Very strange. But yours is a bit. All your joints seem to not work terribly well, do they?
No, and there's a feeling actually.
So those are quite a rare pair of bears by Merrythought, and this is their first meeting, isn't it?
And we've, I think we've. How do you do? I think we've not exactly started on the scale of prettiness very high, have we?
No, but then this is another Merrythought bear.
That's it.
Yes, I know. And so this is he's a bit of in a bit of a state, the poor thing, and so he's a sailor. So I always say he's been shipwrecked. So this is post shipwreckings.
And what is he?
So he's also 1938, and he's a Merrythought Bingy.
And I say Bingy.
Yes, and I don't know who's correct, but
Right.
I think Bingy sounds nicer than Bingy. But so they're basically, you get a range of these. They have mohair heads and hands and feet, and then they have just a cloth body, which you can see fortunately through his clothes because they've got holes in. And so they were designed to be dressed and undressed. So it's like a doll that you would have played with, and you get a guardsman with a bearskin hat.
And his clothes aren't attached.
No, they all come off. I think it'd be a bit of a wiggle to take them off,
No,
but
try that.
and you get a skier, you get a Scots Guard, you get a boy and a girl, and they also did a Bingy baby which is not dressed, so it's just in its fur. So he's got his
with fur all over.
yeah,
the
fur all over.
Right, okay.
So he's got his button in his ear, and he's probably got a label on his foot, but it'll be under his shoe. So this is the only sailor I know. So he's quite rare, well, very rare.
Much prettier face.
Yeah, they're sweet, aren't they? And I think they come in different sizes. I think this is the smaller one, and there's one that's about that height as well. So you tend to see more often the guardsman and the Scottish soldier in his kilt.
Nice bear.
So yeah, no, they're rare, and I think it seems that a lot of unusual things happened in 1938 in the bear world. They were creating lots of oddities and unusual things. But you had the raw. So you had the First World War, and then just after the First World War, resources were in short supply. But in the 20s, people became richer and richer and richer, and that's when you get a lot of bright coloured bears, and you get the sort of flapper age, and then I presume as we get towards the war, it all goes a bit different. Our last bear that we're showing in this section is one of my favourites. I love him. He's by a different maker. He's by Dean's Rag Book, and he's called Handy Pandy. And I think the panda part is quite obvious because he's a black and white panda, but he's got hands. So you can see he's got.
Why did he have hands? You don't know why.
I don't know why he's got hands, but I think they were always. I think by the late 30s, the bear business had been going on for a long time, so they were constantly trying to think up a new type of teddy bear to sell to children rather than just a traditional teddy bear. And there was design. By this stage, there was very much artists and designers involved in making bears, and they came up with comic characters and creations. And so he's fully jointed, his legs and arms move, and his head swivels. His bow tie is not original, that's the leftover from one of my few white tie events I've attended, but yeah, he's quite rare, and he's in lovely condition. This is mohair. They came in a different sort of art silk as well, which is more like this is an art. So this is art silk, and this is a mohair.
He is beautiful. I mean, this mohair is lovely.
Yeah, he's in wonderful
condition.
He's
slightly tipped. Is he slightly tipped, or is he just mucky? That dirty.
That's a bit mucky. Yes, he's a little bit mucky.
It's a bit mucky.
So yeah, that's one of my favourite bears. He's just interesting, and you don't see many bears with hands. He's only got the 3 fingers and the thumb, which that's a bit of a Mickey Mouse thing, isn't it? Really, often cartoon characters don't have the correct number of digits for humanising them.
Nice bear, nice Ted.
So we've got a little selection of rare bears from England from 1938, and I think most collectors would quite like to own one of these, really, even if they are a bit weird and wonderful in places.
Nice little collection. Thank you, Dan. Very informative.
Good, thank you.